everyone, and welcome to another Dolly Transformations video. So don't worry, Colleen will be in this video later on, but we didn't have time to wash the dolls that we got last night when she was home, so today I'm doing it during the day while she's gone. So I'm going to introduce you to the dollies, and let's go. So these dolls are all from the Salvation Army. You guys have seen them in a haul video if you watched those. So we have the original 2009 Twilight Bella. We have Freaky Fusion Hybrids Avia Trotter, who Colleen tried undressing. 2006 Rodeo Yaz. 2010 Disney Store Singing Cinderella. This is the 2011 Breaking Dawn Part 1 Edward. He's like the wedding guy. He's already naked because he was actually wearing clone clothes and this really cool Mycene jacket, so that can go in the laundry bin. Then we have 2009 New Moon Jacob, 2009 First Edition Deuce, who is missing an arm, which he will be getting that later on. 2012 Breaking Dawn Part 2 Bella, and 2011 Gargoyle and Vampire Starter Pack, the Create a Monster. He's the gargoyle. And then, of course, 2006 Play Sports Phoebe, who has the worst hair. So these dolls are all in pretty good condition, so it's not like they're going to make huge transformation in that sense. And I was really excited. I mean, this is the best doll I've ever gotten. So I'm going to undress them and put their clothes in the laundry bucket to soak for a while. So if you're wondering, this is a color catcher and I already have my detergent in there. I make my own laundry detergent, which is why I've never shown it in a video before. I should mention too that Deuce's pants are going to need to be repaired. You can tell how ripped they are. But the good news is I have other pants for him anyways in storage. I've had them for a long time. So those will probably be the ones that go in storage now, because I can fix them and make them work, and it's better to have not the nicest guy pants than no guy pants at all. It's important when you're doing doll laundry to make sure you close the Velcro, because it will grab at other clothes and you don't want that. And also to make sure that they're not all bunched up, because they won't clean properly if they're all turned inside out. And Bella has the nicest clothes. She even has a zipper on her jacket. And in case you were curious, she looks like a regular Monster High doll almost, except she's got this articulation at her bust, which is really cool. So you can actually make her turn. So I was really interested to see what her body mold was like when she's not wearing clothes. And then her front legs are articulated, but her back ones can just move forward and backwards. And these are all the clothes. So I'm going to fill it up with cold water. I do have a tutorial on how to do laundry. If you're interested, it's in my tips and tutorials playlist. So I'm going to get this going and we'll be back. So we are in the kitchen. I have all of the dolls laid out in my little station, which I'll explain in a minute. And I'm about to wash their bodies, wash their hair, give them boil washes, my regular routine. This is what I do with all my dolls, new or used. So I always lay a towel out on my counter, and I always make sure my counter and my sink are clean, because I don't want any food or anything like that getting on the dolls. Even if it looks clean, I'll just wipe it all down. So I have my conditioner and my diluted gel, which is a few drops of gel in warm water. This I use after the boil wash to keep flyaways down. Some baking soda in this little dish, a toothbrush to scrub their bodies, some combs for detangling. I use dish soap to wash their hair and to wash their bodies. Sometimes I use shampoo, but I've been liking the dish soap lately. I have their accessories, which need to be washed. And I have all of the dolls laid out. And in the microwave, I have my boil wash water ready to go. I just need to start the microwave. I like to start by washing dolls with plastic hair because they're the easiest, and then they'll be dry the fastest. And then I move to usually the dolls that basically have very short hair, like these two guys, because short hair actually takes a long time to dry because it sits so close to the head. And then I'll just kind of decide who I want to do from there. The first thing I'm going to do is take out all these hair elastics. I like to use the tip of my comb to break the elastics to minimize the amount of hair loss. Because I find if you try to pull it from the top and yank it out, it snags on the hair and the doll loses hair and gets split ends. And then with Yaz over here, I think her twists are in pretty good shape. So usually what I do is I decide with dolls that have really intricate hairstyles, like yes. I could easily redo this, but her twists are in nice shape and the factory elastics tend to hold up better on display. So I'm just going to take out her big ponytail. Basically, I can work around these twists. I'll still like wash them and like clean the ends and boil wash the ends, but since she's not like really squalid, I don't think that it's a big deal if I don't like wash inside the twist. But if she was like moldy or something, I definitely would. And of course, something that is really important that you check when you get dolls with battery compartments like Cinderella, I always take the batteries out even if the doll still plays. So the reason for that is you don't know how old the batteries are in these dolls, and you don't want battery acid, because what that'll do is it'll actually, if it gets bad enough, it'll corrode the coils that hold the battery in place, so you won't actually be able to use the doll anymore. I always get asked if washing dolls with battery compartments affects their ability to like work after. I have washed and submerged a lot of my battery operated dolls in water over the years, and they've always worked. If you want to neutralize the battery acid, use baking soda. So what I like to do is start with dish soap and scrub the dolls with the dish soap first. I'm not scrubbing really hard because these dolls aren't really dirty. And also with newer Mattel dolls, you do have to be careful. They don't have the best quality face paint, even Monster High dolls. Sometimes certain dolls just lose a ton of paint, and if you notice a doll already has chipped paint, just be really cautious. And now I'm just gonna use baking soda because I think that that's what really gets the grime off. Some people like to use really harsh chemicals on their dolls to get those results, but for me, I'd rather just use baking soda. But I don't like to mess around with chemicals, honestly, and it's something I always have because I use it for everything, so it's just always on hand. But that's totally your choice. I definitely don't want people to get the impression when I make videos like this that I'm saying my way is the best way or the only way. If I do something and it doesn't work for you, then that's okay. Or if you do something that I say I don't recommend, then keep doing it if it works for you. Do what feels right with your dolls, and this is just what I do. I can't possibly represent what every single collector does because this channel is about like me and my collection and what me and Pauline do with them. But there are always other options. Do your research, figure out what works for you. Also, something I should mention, boy dolls hold water in their bodies typically a lot more. Not so much with Monster High dolls, but Ken type dolls do. So just be aware of that and make sure you let them have at least 24 hours to fully dry before you put them in storage, like if you keep them in containers. Jacob's not that dirty, Edward is filthy. Like, I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this, but look at his face. It's really gross looking. And I always like to check them, like move all of their limbs around and check them to make sure I got all of the dirt off. And then I'm going to put a little dish soap in his hair. And I usually wash my dolls twice. Once to get all the dirt and debris out, and the second time to actually clean it and make it smell good. Something I learned in beauty school. Now, I am very ritualistic, so I tend to do things in like a certain number of times just for the sake of doing it. So if I'm really stressed out, sometimes I'll feel the need to wash my dolls 3 or 4 times for no particular reason. But I try to forbid myself from doing that because I don't want to basically enable my obsessive compulsive traits. But I would say 2 washes, generally speaking, is good. And you don't want to go too crazy with the conditioner on the boy dolls because it tends to not rinse as well. So make sure you rinse like any dolls with really short hair with nice warm or hot water to get all of the like conditioner residue out because it'll leave like white flakes. So I'm going to wash Edward, a few of the other dolls, and I'll be back. So we have a problem. Oliver is on the towel where the dolls are supposed to dry. Andy and Ollie have been liking Colleen's bed lately. So hopefully he doesn't interfere too much, but I have a feeling when I need to put the other dolls over here to dry, I'm going to have to move Ollie. Sorry! Time for some boil washes. I like to do 4 minutes and 30 seconds usually on this microwave. And the time of day is totally wrong. I don't know how to reset it. And there it goes. So, you might be wondering, Shelly, how do you boil wash a horse? Well, if it has hair, I will find a way to oil wash it. It's actually really easy. I just do one part at a time. So I'm gonna let her sit for a few minutes, comb her out, and then I'll do her tail separately. That's really as easy as it is. And I'm just gonna add her in the same bowl as Bella and Yaz. And Phoebe's gonna get her on because Phoebe's hair was the worst condition. And I'm also currently cleaning these shoes and stuff. And basically, especially with Bratz shoes that are so big and prone to collect dirt, I always like to scrub them with a toothbrush with soap and baking soda. And then I rinse them really good. And then I always pound out the water from the little pub holes just to make sure that they dry right. So yes, that is how I boil wash a horsey. And I washed her just like I washed everyone else. So I will check back in with you guys later.
So I'm back with Edward. We're dressing him up. He was not in the right clothes, so I'm just looking for something for him to wear. Now, I think because of his pallor and goth mystique, I want to go for something tasteful. So, for instance, this outfit here. Look really silly on Edward. I have to kind of let him speak to me and find something that suits him. And the nice thing is that once I do find something that would look good on him, he'll be an easy dresser because his legs aren't bend and snap. They're like a more hollow plastic, so the pants will slide on really easy. For him, it's more of a question of, I want to find him something very tasteful, very mature. I mean, he is supposed to be getting married, so in a pinch I could go with like a wedding outfit. Hey, I'm like imagining this with a shirt underneath. I don't know what I think of this outfit. I think I need to call in the master style consultant. Hey, Shelly!
Yeah?
I need an opinion. Another woman's opinion.
Why don't you ask Bella?
Bella? Oh, he likes her outfit.
It's my birthday suit.
Bella, what do you think of this?
It's very motorcycle guy.
I was thinking motorcycle guy. Definitely thinking motorcycle guy.
Is there anything more dark and mysterious?
Well, so I'm thinking maybe these pants with the jacket we got him in.
That could do. Let me see here. Bella!
He likes the vampire chick Bella more. He says Jake can have the other Bella.
Fine. It's in here.
I just want to go for something goth and tasteful and masculine.
It's too bad you won't fit Bugs Eaton's clothes.
Now, see, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
These are black, but they're not goth.
He's like, no, Hawaiian's definitely not my aesthetic. Oh, is that black dinner day top?
Yeah.
That could go good under a jacket if we...
Oh, these are black. These have holes in them.
Oh, yeah, those are like moth-eaten or something.
Where are all the good clothes?
Other guys are wearing them? I mean, if I had a really good outfit... Oh, these jeans are very plain.
Ooh,
very
those
basic.
are Barbie Basics. Those would fit him really nice.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, those are Barbie Basics. Those would fit you really great.
Now these are black.
Let's say I'm Texan.
He's like, no, I don't want to go to Texas.
These are these. Fox.
Yeah, I definitely like these. These are good jeans.
I like the jeans.
I like that jacket we got him in. It's very
Yeah,
him.
it's on the... these. The Hanes underwear.
He's like, yeah, it might be a little cold in the winter.
Not
Cold
really good in a suit.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple suits I saw that could look good on him. Like this one. This one's it would suit his pallor.
No, it's a pink tie.
Oh, I like the pink tie. That was like ridiculous.
Totally a haircut.
Maybe, how about this dinner date top underneath? Like, you know, mix and match up. If the dinner date top became, this dinner date top, these pants, and maybe the jacket came with. Can you get the jacket?
Alright.
I'll see if it looks.
Now remember, it's not what's important. The outfit's not important, it's what's under the outfit.
Bella, this is not that sort of TV special.
I'm naked.
Oh my god, Edward. These pants are tight. Edward insists that he hasn't been eating cookies, he's been working out. So, this is Edward's look. I think he looks pretty good. So, the major pain in my existence here with working on these dolls is that Phoebe didn't have her shoes. And I thought, oh, we have a million Bratz sneakers, but be surprised yourself, it was actually hard to find sneakers for, so I actually had to go on display and mug our spare Groove and Golf Chloe doll, who's wearing these spare, I think these are strutted jade shoes. And I also went downstairs and found Gazzy some cute boots and a top. And this is actually a 2005 Wild Wild West Fiona shirt. Shelly, this is sad.
What?
Yeah, this is skirt, like, I don't know if it's supposed to be this way or if it's like tabbed down, like, I don't know if it's supposed to be tabbed like in the middle or not.
No, it shouldn't have tabs in it.
We actually gave Deuce the pants and shirt that we already had in storage instead of the ones he came with because they're a bit nicer. Oh wow. Shelly.
Yeah.
So these Deuce pants that you got in the Laguna bin, these still have tabs in them.
Oh wow. It's interesting that those dolls are so fast.
I was about to say it, that's why it's so funny. And I know these are from the Laguna bin because we had the pants a lot longer than the shirt.
So we are back. It is a few days later. So it actually only took like one business day for us to get the envelope. I ordered this on, let's see, Friday night, and then they sent it out Saturday, and then it came Monday. And we also got a few others to make the shipping worthwhile.
Alright, so these are Deuce's. And we ordered more Claudine arms because all the Claudine arms we had in storage have like the special hands with the molded gloves. And we also, these are supposed to be Cleo arms. Oh, these are Claudines, these are Cleos.
Yeah.
We also ordered some Cleo arms again because that worked out so well for us last time.
We wanted to pick characters that were like more common because then we'd have their parts on hand, whereas like the reason why I didn't have any Deuce arms before was because you don't find boy dolls as often, and we want to, you know, avoid having to make an order every time we get dolls without arms, so we're trying to pick the most common likely candidates.
Yeah, like last time we didn't have to order any parts when we got Cleo without an arm because we already had one here.
So, this is Deuce with his arm. It doesn't match, but we decided we wanted to keep his original one in, just so we wouldn't get confused about Deuce's in case they were naked. And right now his hands are really squishy because you could see we were having trouble getting his hands in the slots in the forearms. And pro tip, if that ever happens, if you just soak the pieces in hot water, it heats them up and makes them more flexible, so they're easier to like pop in. They go right in. So we have Cinderella, and even though her hair is nylon, it didn't need to be flat ironed, which is nice. I just boil washed it and trimmed it a little bit. Hi, Ollie. And then we have Rodeo Yaz, who has some earrings, and they put her hair in these little clippies, and she wasn't actually wearing her shirt and shoes like we thought. She was wearing Passion for Fashion shirt and shoes. So Colleen gave her Wild Wild West Fiona stuff. Then we have Phoebe, who is adorable, and I was really concerned about how her hair would come out because there was a lot of split ends, but it came out really nice, and I just have an elastic pinning her bangs down because they were kind of crazy. And then we have Breaking Dawn Part 2 Bella, who didn't need much work. And then we have Jacob over here, who also didn't need much work. His hair is wicked soft, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think he's very handsome. I really like these Twilight dolls.
I know, they're wicked, detailed and fun to photograph and stuff.
They're very fun.
And then this is the first Bella, all squeaky clean. And then Edward, who you saw Colleen dressing. And then we have Avia back here with her hair down because I thought it looked really nice. He was like new, so she didn't really need a whole lot of work. And then we have Victor, who's adorable. And of course Deuce, who you guys saw, Deuce, my hubby. They're really adorable.
He's rolling back down.
Oh, and something I noticed about the Create a Monster dolls is that this is my first one. He holds together a lot better than Cornelia over here, who is my Switch-a-Witch. Like, her legs and stuff are always popping out and bending like in an unnatural way. His arm only came off one time during the whole process, and I washed him really good and stuff. But you're cute, Cornelia, and her wig doesn't stay on very great.
Yeah, what's nice about these is they have the wig pegs.
Yep. In fact,
like
what's holding her wig on is the hat.
Oh,
if you had the hat off, the wig would be sliding. Yeah, because these guys are like Liv, they have the like peg holes. So cute.
And Deuce is laying down.
I know. I really love how these guys turned out. Oops. And oops. I'm sorry for the delay on this video. The dolls have been clean for a while, but I wanted Colleen to be home for filming some of this, and we just had a lot going on.
Cornelia.
Stay tuned for pictures of these guys on my Flickr. I don't know exactly when they're going to be up because, like I said, there's just a lot of stuff going on. Deuce fell over again. And we're going to close out the video with Colleen's performance of the Monster High song because she was going to sing it in our Hall of These Dolls, and a few of you guys said you wished she had, so she's been rehearsing. She actually has been practicing this all day.
Alright, walking down a darkened hallway, everybody turns to look at you. It's not because you're different, it's just because you're so scary cool. Sinister style, mystery with a smile. You're drop dead gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous. School gives me the creeps, but when I'm with my peeps, they can't ignore us. It's where the cool kids rule. Monster, monster high, monster high, monster, monster high. Come on, don't be shy, monster high. The party never dies. Monster, monster high, monster high, monster high, monster, monster high. She can fly, monster high, where student bodies lie. Frankie's got me falling apart. Draculaura stealing my heart. Claudia and Wolf make me holler at the moon. Oh, the good fish in this lagoon. Clear denial, you're so beguiled, even though you act so vile. And Deuce has stone cold style. These my boo, my skeleton crew, a little strange, but how about so are you? Don't you want to be a monster too? Freaky just got fabulous.
I think we've heard enough. I'm just gonna move away.
People should vote. Who thinks I should have sang the rest of this song?
I heard her rehearse it, and the repetitive Monster, Monster High got really old.
Deuce disagrees. Deuce is on my side.
Deuce is my husband.
Yeah, but he's taking my side.
What, Eden? Oh. No, we can still go out.
Eden's very upset that he got jilted in this whole
Yeah, and Donna the Dance Deuce and Scarus Deuce times 3.
Eden's
Mansters Deuce.
Eden's like, boy, you've been seeing a lot of people.
And New York
like
Deuce.
Oh, I have a boyfriend. I have a new boyfriend. This is Ernie.
So you guys are all invited to our double wedding.
And we get already fitted for a talk.
Sure. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Keep an eye out on my Flickr for pictures of these dolls. And until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.